Hello ladies and gentlemen, Green here and welcome to another video. And today we are going to take a look at the 4 stars. Keep in mind, 4 stars Raven taking on as a damage dealer on boss Captain Cold and boss Gorlagrod and doing an amazing job at that. So it's mind-blowing that it's only 4 stars. We'll have the stats in here, we'll take a look at the stats. But before that, those 2 videos are from Night Fury, so make sure to check out his channel, some amazing content. And if you enjoy what you see, hit that subscribe button. I'll leave a link in the description, the pinned comments. But yeah, let's proceed with this one. This is obviously going to be Beta Club related damage. He's gonna have a Beta Club on Raven, and he's going to use Brainiac to power up the lethal attack damage on the Raven. As we can see here, we have Sword of Salvation Brainiac, using that Sword of Salvation to power up the energy required to do those special ones that increase the lethal attack damage of Raven. He didn't go all the way up to 10 yet. Maybe he's increasing the darkness stacks beforehand to make sure that Brainiac also deals some damage himself. Because, I mean, it's not a huge amount of damage, but it adds up. Okay, Raven back in, resetting that. Combo interrupting again. Brainiac back in. Special 1, backing off, swipe right, special 1. 8 stacks at this point. All in this 10. He can't scale higher than 10. Okay, Raven back in, barely resetting the darkness. A little bit of a close call there. His super move as well, I think he's gonna leave it. Oh no, he's going all the way for all the 10 stacks. With Brainiac. Raven back in there. Re-engage the combo. And keep using special ones. I want to see how much damage the special tree actually does. But as we can see, the Beta Club damage is already substantial. Okay, the special tree didn't do that much damage. Or the very not as much as expected. He let the dot expire and the results are not great. Keep in mind, this doesn't have access to crit. So it's not gonna be amazing. He's yet again gonna let the dot dot damage expire from the Beta Club and try to reapply it again. And there we go, 1 million damage. It needs to, at the very least, be a lethal when you do the hit. It can be a crit, but it's once in a blue moon happening against Captain Cold because he's not crit immune, he's crit resistance, so sometimes you can crit. So, like, for example, over here you see 1 million dots from the Beta Club, but sometimes there will be a 3 million dot, and that is when it is able to crit. So keep that in mind. The crits are possible against Captain Cold, but very rare indeed. The special tree not dealing a huge amount of damage, and that is mainly because of the armor that Captain Cold has. He's got 75 or 70% armor in tier 8. So that's gonna pretty much reduce every single instance of damage Raven is able to deal. You saw there, 3.2 million. That's the crits. That's the crits that sometimes kick in. This is a 4-star Raven. We'll take a look at the build afterwards. But there you go, not even close with 10 seconds left to spare. Okay, and choking him to death. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tier 8 Captain Cold killed by a 5-star Raven. Okay, now let's move on to the other fight. This is gonna be against Gorlagrod. This is gonna be a fight that leaves far more room for damage, but at the same time it's gonna be a little bit of a more risky fight because Gorlagrod is not gonna be the great experience when it comes to fighting him. Get over here, Power Girl, with all blades for some reason. I don't necessarily understand that choice. But if it works for him, that's fine. Like, what he could have done here instead of Power Girl was using a classic Superman to reduce the defense of the enemy, because the Beta Club dot damage is gonna kind of scale with how much damage you deal on your basic, and if the enemy's got armor, that's not gonna be a great time. I mean, it's still gonna obviously be enough, but it would have been far safer, I think. But if the man feels like he needs Power Girl, let him have Power Girl. He gets the job done, so why should we question it? Well, I'm the one questioning it, so I don't know. I'm just trying to kind of propose different approaches to his strategy. Okay, 3 stacks from Brainiac. Obviously gonna go all the way up to 10. Keep in mind, I was doing this with Darkseid myself against Grodd, so I do understand the struggle. I'm curious if I use my Raven like this, how much damage we'll be able to deal. That would be pretty interesting. Okay, another little stack from Brainiac. We're at 5, 6. Keep in mind, ideally you want to get all the way up to 10. You don't necessarily want to. You don't necessarily need to get all the way up to 10, but it's a desirable place to be at. Okay, super move out of the way, that will also further increase the damage. Brainiac not having a good time at all there. He could have squeezed in one special one, I think. Could have been a close call. But close call like the calls like this is why I lose my darkness stacks while playing Raven myself, so I'm gonna just shut up about it. Boy, and that Beta Club damage is already insane. This is mainly because the swipe right that he did crit, because as I said against Captain Cold, while crits are not impossible, are highly unlikely, and especially highly unlikely while you're using the Beta Club to have a high dot damage to start off with. Okay, at 10 stacks finally, at 3 million dot damage. Not too bad, definitely not too bad. My dark side was doing 5.2 million damage, but he needed far more setup, and I don't think this is even the highest amount of Beta Club damage he could have reached. I don't think he both crit and lethal on that swipe to activate it, I don't know. Now you see, he's kind of playing around with his food now that he knows he's gonna be out of commission anyway. But yeah, those were the fights and an amazing performance. Now let's get back to the Captain Cold fight, because we are also going to be able to see some stats here. The Raven that's being used. My boy already got epic talents. That's definitely interesting. Okay, so we have 20 million health and 63% defense. So the defense is definitely there. And we also have 52% fast stack chance. So defense is definitely there, but the health is not very high. So this is definitely a more damage-oriented Raven. He's got resistances and 2 defense on the talents. Not sure about the resistances, but I guess it's whatever he could get his hands on. So I guess that comes in handy if you're using All Blades. This is gonna be the Brainiac that's been used. Not necessarily too interested into Brainiac. But, well, he's level 60 gears, and he's got the Sword of Salvation. And yeah, in terms of set, this is actually a Brainiac kind of built towards dealing a little bit more damage. He's not the tankiest Brainiac in the world, definitely. He's got whatever you can get your hands on in terms of talents. So yeah, those are not really maxed out, but hey, it works for him. This is the Sword of Salvation. And yeah, with all that out of the way, thanks so much for watching. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed the videos. If you dislike it, make sure to go and check out Night Furies for more amazing content like this. And I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. And let me know what you think about Raven at 4 stars one-shotting all those bosses. And if you think we already need tier 9 and tier 10 raids. I'll almost definitely do a video soon enough about that. But yeah, all that out of the way, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!